So our first speaker today is MaryAnn Adams. MaryAnn Adams is the owner of North Star Peak Performance. She is a best-selling author, international speaker, and dynamic mentor. Today she is sharing how to love life and live your dreams. Speech number 10, Target Success, 8 to 10 minutes. MaryAnn Adams, Target Success.
Living your dreams. Everybody has dreams. When you were young, they didn't tell you you couldn't accomplish your dreams. When you were young, they would ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I'm still asking, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because we're still growing and we're still becoming. Today, how to love life and live your dreams. Have the target of success. What I hope to propose to you is 3 ways that you can bust through any sabotage and create your dreams into reality, to live the life that you love. Now, Brian Tracy said, well, if you want success, set goals. The ability to set goals and make plans for their accomplishment is the master of success. So I tell you, we have learned much about setting goals. We know that there are SMART goals. They are very specific. They're measurable. They're attainable. They're relevant and they're timely. SMART goals. Goals that help you to get where you want, to establish what you want to do until they don't. And that's where I have come in with life. I remember the day, that very day, that I sat there as an adult. I was 32 years old. And I said, I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I am programmed from the time I was born to fail. I was a failed program before I even got to start. And I thought, how in the world am I going to accomplish success? And I can tell you that there was more failure than there was success. And from the ultimate failure in my life, I have learned the trade of ultimate success. That's what I want to share with you. There was a study in graduate school of Harvard. Now mind you, these are graduate students. They have been attaining goals. They went through high school. They went through their undergraduate program, and now they are graduate students at Harvard. It was asked them, how many of you have goals in life? And how many of you have those goals written down? 3%. 3% had their goals and had them written down, knew exactly where they were going. 13% of those graduate Harvard students had goals, but they were in their mind and they were not written down. However, they did have goals and they knew where they were going. 84% of Harvard graduate students in that class had no goals whatsoever, knew nothing where they were going. 10 years later, these students were surveyed. Of these students, the 13% who did have goals, who were able to know what they wanted in life, yet they did not write it down. They knew what they wanted, and their income increased. 84% more than those who did not have any goals at all. So even having a goal is the very beginning of success. What kind of goal that you have, how you use your goals, that will determine even more success. But just having a goal. They earned 84% more than those who did not have goals. Now you ask about the 3%. The 3% of people who had goals and wrote them down and knew the exact direction they were going, they earned 10 times as much as 97%. The total combined 97%, they earned 10 times the amount. Now, why is that? Why is a written goal so important? And back to my story, why is failure important? Those are very juicy questions I'd like to explore with you. Target. Success on target. Okay, see slide projector with the next slide. Target. We all want to hit the target. Of course, you want to attain your highest dreams. Now that might be in your profession. That might be in your home, with your family. That might even be your personal best self. But you want to be on target, so you create these goals. I created goals. I learned about goals in college. So I wrote them down. Said, okay, I have an income goal. Great. I want to make, I won't date how long ago I was in college. I want to make this much money. My first year of teaching school, 30 years ago, I made $12,000 a year. That was pretty average, I suppose, about then. In college, I was writing down my financial goal. My next goal, of course, was my intellectual goal. How do I want to grow intellectually? And I wanted to be able to start reading and becoming more. My social goals, oh, this is how I created my social goal. How can I become more social? I took social dance and I learned how to be more social. Goals were fantastic. And I was a failure. Absolute failure. Fast forward 20 years later, after college, I had a failed marriage, 2 failed marriages. I had children who were not doing all that they could be doing. I was in a job as a school teacher that just kind of rolled along year after year after year. I thought, I'm going nowhere. What is this? And I learned a secret. You are programmed. By the time that you reach the end of your 6th year, you are programmed for success or non-success. It's in your subconscious mind. When you are young, you don't have regular brain waves, you have delta brain waves, and you absorb everything. And everything anybody tells you, and anything that they tell you that you are, that you can do, you can't do, everything is piled up in that subconscious mind. And from there, you keep recreating it. I was told that a woman, a girl, could do nothing and had to serve the guys in the family. There were no other sisters that I had. So I just learned how to serve these boys, my brothers. And it continued on and on until I learned Rule number 1, create your goals. Rule number 2, expand yourself. You are the center of perfection. Now, we are programmed when we're young to believe or not believe in ourselves, to believe that we can do something and not do something. However, you have an inner source inside of you from the divine creator that is perfect. And as you expand that, you actually expand your success. So as you expand who you are in the center, the other things start happening. Your social life begins growing. And finally, the last one, to totally become successful, you become one with yourself. And that is the journey, to learn to become one with who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses,